When the Giants come to town, it's bye, bye, baby.
What we've accomplished. I mean, I told somebody earlier today, I mean, I love hearing, the historical stats, and that, no other national team has had a stretch of 3 and 5 years since the 40s. The
40s Cardinals, yeah.
And that's amazing. I mean, that's something that we should be proud of, because it's a big accomplishment, and we should enjoy that. But at the same time, you can look around at the infield and where we are as far as age, and I think there's still potential to do some good things.
Do you have a favorite of the three?
I don't. I really and truly don't. No, that's like picking a favorite child. So.
Do you have a memory that keeps coming back? Like if you think about last October, is there something that immediately comes to mind as like the most memorable?
Yeah, for me, I mean, it's just that pop-up. I mean, it was a mile-high pop-up, and and it might be from watching highlights or the replay, but because I don't really remember doing it when it happened, but just seeing the replay of me looking out at Madison and looking back at the ball and realizing that, this was it, we did it. That's, I think, what will stick with me.
What about right before, where you thought maybe this thing was over and maybe it was a little premature?
Roller coaster, right? Yeah, I mean, right before, I was thinking maybe Blanco was going to catch it, and then that dewy grass, it slid past him, and thinking double, triple at worst, and Perez kicked it for a second. So I had to get, my tail back behind the plate in case there was a play. And, I just remember once Gordon stopped on third, I walked out the bum and was, trying to come up with a game plan. He was just so confident. He said, "I got this. I'm going to get this guy out." And I mean, it's like, okay, let's do it. And at that moment, you felt like he was going to do it. There wasn't much doubt that he was going to get Perez out.
In that conversation, did you say throw everything high at the ice?
We talked about it. We talked about keeping the fastball elevated. It's something that I felt like Baum had done so well the postseason that we were both comfortable with, and I felt like it was a good spot to go on Perez.
I mean, you talked about before the game, or you talked
we
about
talked about it in that moment.
Wow. Okay.
Was that about putting a little bit more pressure on Perez or his history?
I think it was just you're making quick decisions, and I just think that was what we both felt like gave us the best chance.
Yeah, plus, you can't throw anything in the dirt either, right? You don't want to.
Well, I mean,
you
could, but I mean, yeah, I mean, your tying runs less than 90 feet away after they take the lead. So, again, I think we both felt like that was going to give us the best chance to get him out.
Was your heart beating a little quicker during that bat versus the last two in 10 and 12? Because 12 was a sweep, 10 was only, 5 games. This was, third to us.
It was a different feeling. I mean, it was a different feeling if my heart was beating faster. I'm not sure. I know, in 10, I remember pretty vividly just after we got the second out, running back to home plate thinking, I can't believe we're about to win the World Series. And then in 12, it was a little bit more like we're facing arguably the best hitter in the game right here, and he can tie this game up. And then after that, you're thinking, we got to get him out, because you don't want to go back through their rotation again. I know everybody talks about it was a sweep, but when you think about the rain, we would have sat there for probably 2 or 3 days, and then had to play, face Verlander again. So I mean, there was definitely pressure on all of them, but not quite like last year.
If you don't mind, I have a question about Tim. Tim Lincecum is not here. What sort of things or strategies did you guys talk before the game, if there's anything? Or how is it working with him?
Yeah, I mean, we just go over a game plan and try to figure out the best way we're going to get guys out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Who convinced you for the AT&T next week?
They had asked me the past couple of years to do the shootout, and it's always so close to spring training. I've been hesitant. I wanted to do it, and just decided this year that it would be something I'd like to try out. Hopefully, it'll be a fun trip.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I work down there. It's incredible. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
definitely. You got it, Brad?
Yeah. All right, done.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
The right-hander for the Giants throws. Swing and a miss! And that's it! The Giants are world champions!